Okay, so we're back again. We're going to talk about the T-Mobile system. Well, today is the last day of the 14-day trial. We're deciding to keep it. Why am I keeping it? Well, hey, it's working. Right now, I'm getting 5 bars. Well, let me get right back here. Okay, so system is running all right. According to my so we have the T-Mobile app on my T-Mobile phone. It's a new phone. We'll talk about this phone too. I'll do a live video on this. Um, so uh, I'm running the network on here. So so the gateway is a booster. It's gonna boost the what? Boost the cell service. But it's, how strong is it? That's the key about all this. And I was gonna get another antenna, hook up to it, but we're still gonna have the same problem, you know. So another company makes a compatible cell booster, so it can boost the cell through an antenna. The antenna was going to go outside where I have my other antennas. I'm going to put on that same mask and aim it towards the closest tower. But this time we're going to aim it at the tower in the back. There's another tower nearby. So we're going to aim it at that tower because the gateway is aimed at the northern tower, which is near me. Okay, but they're both about the same distance. So that's what I'm doing. So that comes with another. That's an amplifier. That's a cell amplifier that amplifies the cell. It's a strong one. So I'm gonna put mount. All that's gonna be mounted in the attic. I don't want those things with those rays down inside the house because it'll give you a headache. Let it bounce to the gateway and increase the gateway because the gateway is going to pick up the signal. It's going to pick it up. Now you don't have to connect to the gateway. The gateway should pick it up and hit 5 bars and bring it up to excellent. Because right now, oh, it's dropped down to very good. Let me see. I can go on it. So the app is T-Mobile Life, T Life. So the T Life program. I'll wait for it to load. It should load like this. Authenticated. So the home network, which I gave it a different name. So the SSD matches the SSD of the Wi-Fi gateway and the mesh because we have the mesh system too, the access point. Okay, you can have two of those in the home, by the way, if you want to go, but you're gonna have to rent it. But you could now. I know TP-Link makes some Arrow 6 system that you can get, and you can use that instead, and run that as an extended access point. But it has to be plugged in, though. I mean, in the mesh system. Yeah, if you want to go that way, that might help improve my signals. Because right now everything's showing yellow for 4 bars. So it's very right now it's showing up. We have 29 devices hooked up to this mesh system now. Before, when I first talked to you, we only had the 5. But I created a virtual network, like a VLAN network, to get the the 2.4 gigahertz and stuff like running 802.11n on here. I want to keep that separate. So SSD for that is called something else, and then you have the SSD for the 5 gigahertz. The degradation has been very limited. Haven't seen nothing there. Um, I have all the smart lights. I have all the smart fans. Anything that has required that is on. Also, the robot that cleans the floor. I can tell the Google to clean the rug, clean the floor, clean the kitchen. Just run loose. I should have got 2 of those systems. That's a pain in that because when I first got that, didn't want to work with the network, but now it does. Now we're no longer with Xfinity. I got a letter in the mail from Xfinity, the charges that I had to pay them to break away, and I was with them for a very long time, almost very long time. So nobody said goodbye and shake hands. Nobody cares. So that's it. So no more Xfinity. So what did I do with the modem and everything? I sell all that. The modem's in like in perfect condition. But to me, that whole system was slow because I was going to do a separate video on that. I have the sheet from them they gave me, and that everything is set to 20 megabytes up. I can't run that. I need more. I'm making files that are over 10, 20, 30 gig 4K files. They take a lot of upload time. It was taking 3 days to upload 4 or 5 videos. It wasn't working out for me. But I went to fiber. We are keeping this gateway. Sometimes I can send the files up with this gateway system. They go up pretty quick, but I wouldn't rely too much. And then we have a 2 terabyte, 1.2 terabyte limit. Some of you say, I was reading on Red Hat, a lot of you don't have that feature, but then it depends how long you've been with them. Now they have a T-Mobile Magenta Max system where you don't have to worry about that, but we should have really looked into that. I did ask about that. They might not even offer it anymore. According to this, there's 18 devices connected to the main system and 11 devices connected to the other system. Well, the system is split into 5G and 2.4, but the other system is handling. So you want that. You don't want everything on the same. Because by default, when you take this out of the box, it's set to 2.4 gigahertz. You want the 5. So 18 devices are connected to the main and 11 connected to the other one. So that's what it shows here now. So also, another thing that's tapping with T-Mobile is they got fiber. Now, I'm saying, gee, T-Mobile fiber. So I checked into it. It says not available in the area for me, or maybe they haven't reached that. But I bet you, they're using the same AT&T fiber, and they're leasing the fiber out to T-Mobile. Because how are they doing it? Are they going to run separate lines? So, and that means that AT&T customers will have a priority, where a T-Mobile customer wouldn't have a priority. I know T-Mobile is cheaper. I would say $5 if I switched. So with the AT&T, it's in a different story. We're going to talk about that in a separate video, but we have that. So I just mentioned the fiber because they got fiber too. So they said online as well, we can offer you 5G access. Well, you do. I have it already. But yeah, but we'll talk about that in another video. What's going on with the fiber? But I just want to let you know. So now I'm completely severed from the Xfinity system and dismantled all that equipment, access points as well. But when they came into the house from AT&T, they said, "Wow, you had all of this? Yeah, I had business equipment running, but it's not gonna help me today." This computer, I was surprised. I'm getting full connection with Wi-Fi. Everything's running better. So my system was just degrading because of the way Xfinity was. Now Xfinity has fiber. I should teach you how that works out. So basically, all three of them have fiber, but Xfinity's supposed to have their own fiber. Oh, maybe yet not really. So we'll talk about that in the fiber video. But right now, I just wanted to let you know, hey, this thing is working. Sure, it bounced back to good, back to very good, but that's expected. Until I get a booster for the attic and get it going for the cell, I should see back to excellent. Because I used to have excellent. I had back in 2017, I had 4G LTE with T-Mobile, and I had a booster in the house. They gave me the booster, but I should have mounted the booster in the attic. But I still got 5G. It was very strong. It gave me a headache though. So now I don't have that headache. The gateway and the mesh, everything's working perfectly. Everything's working. Put the Wi-Fi gateway up in the attic. It's into the rafters. That's it. Put it up there, aiming at the antenna that you got up, closest to the antenna. Up in the attic, there's nothing up there. It's just the shingle, right? And if you got metal shingle, then then you better put an antenna on the roof. Okay, and T-Mobile has a antenna for $99 to use with this. I don't know. I don't know if it has an amplifier on it or just antenna. I don't know what it has. I don't know anything about it because you can't get from the store the mesh. The guy at the store, they didn't have the mesh when I went there. The manager had to go get the mesh. I don't know where he went, but they got the mesh from another store. Yeah. So if you need another mesh, you know, if your signal is not strong in the house, but it doesn't matter when the signal is. Well, maybe I could do that, but we'd have to pay, or maybe get an Arrow 6 and put another mesh and maybe boost the signal throughout the place. Because right now I'm seeing a couple of devices have 6 bars. I mean, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 bars, and some of them don't. So let's see what can I add to this. Let's go into the browser. Okay, so we're gonna look for a mesh access point to use with a little friend here from T-Mobile. Okay, let's see which ones come up. That's a PoE. That's power over Ethernet. So Ethernet controls that. Does work with the mesh. That these little mesh systems you can buy. Now, I used to support this company. Let's see what we got here. Cheapest one, $39. What has this got? Fit wireless access point, true Wi-Fi, 6 dual band, X3000 cloud app, on-prem control option, and Wi-Fi 3 mesh roaming adapter. A Cisco Air 2.45 gigahertz. Renewed. $26. That's pretty cheap. If I was gonna add something, I was gonna spend a whole bunch of money. This is PoE. I wonder if it comes with the injector. If an injector comes with it, it's not bad. Oh, okay. So looking at this is what it looks like on the wall. But this person said it didn't come with the power injector. I could use the power injector from my old ones. Because all I'm doing is sending the signal to the system. It should work. I don't see why it wouldn't work. Yeah. You have to spend a lot of money on these things, you know. I mean, the specs look pretty good. Or you can get another injector from another mesh from T-Mobile. You can have two of them running around in the house. We don't know what's inside the mesh of the T-Mobile. We need to know exactly what it was, exactly how it's set up. It's $40 for that. Oh, it was the cheapest one. Then you got this brand, which they're famous for their stuff too. 8, 3,000 megabytes per second, 1.8, 3,000. TP-Link. TP-Link is good, but it's pricey. Looks like it shows a whole map connected to the gateway. Well, their mesh is supposed to handle a house that's 2,200 square feet. There could be limitations to that. That's the mesh. So if you need additional mesh, you have to call the number. Another one. It doesn't have much information. There's no way to break it down. Exactly. If we can handle that, that means it's pushing out. But there's some limitations to it. But I will keep working on it. Or I can just get that thing for $39 and run on the network. That should clean up a couple dead issues with the signal. Like the other side of the have one on one side and one on the other side. It could help with that. Right now, it's working. I mean, it could help, maybe help, but be boosted in certain other places too. All right, so I'll let you know what's happening with that, and stay tuned for the fiber connection. Okay. Hey, if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button so more of these videos can come out daily, or otherwise they'll come out weekly. But hey, they'll come out. Okay. But hey, the subscribe. Try and get the channel to grow. So by subscribing helps the channel grow. And hitting that thumbs up lets the algorithm know that you guys like this, like what you see on the channel. Hey, thanks a lot. See you next time. We're out of here.